Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Huskers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
That's crazy.
They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse, and do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people padding.
Going for the big play. And he hauls it in inside the 30. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Off-play action on first down. Flicks it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Off the play fake. Grab behind the line. It's Washington. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle and make a play on the ball.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Pulls it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
And they've moved closer, and still they need 2 yards, 3rd and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down 4th and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Robinson. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. Let's talk for just a minute about Nebraska. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And you got to be wondering about the psyche of that cornerback now who just gave up the big play. He's going to be looking for that corner route later in the game. He's got to be careful he doesn't overcommit to the outside, because if he does, that could mean a big home run type completion if there's a big in-breaking route by his receiver.
Well, they made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
Looking to throw again. Moves away as he feels pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Using his legs, it's Robinson. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing bold, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
The Huskers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Broussard. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They'll leave it with him. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
On 1st and goal, they have a chance to answer with a score of their own. Dropping back, it's Rayola. Here's a heat. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskers. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Got a little space. That play won't make the highlight reel, except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to pass on second down. Caught near the sideline, it's Payne. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. They're just, you could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Holds and fires complete to the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make...
Hold on.
The Irish needing just inches for the first down. To the air, it's Carr. Grab near the sticks, it's Duck. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Richardson. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back has it. It's a fumble on the play. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Look out!
I tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. They'll try the run. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
Great job of containing by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Got it in the middle. It's Rogers. Jumped on top of the pile.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The Cornhuskers are marching down the field. A first down run in the red zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Motion from the back. Just going to keep it after the snap. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This is a really big play for both teams. 4th and goal from the 2. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Quarterback adapted. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. The give on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Rides to back and leaves it. Still on his feet at the 25. There he goes. At the 20. Touchdown, flying under it. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Got it in the middle, it's Rodgers. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. And he will score! Touchdown, Notre Dame!
Man, what great offensive execution. We talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more snap coming before halftime. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now.
How are you getting beat?
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football problem out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Makes the grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Hard running there. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Buying some time. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. With the catch, it's Hansen. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard.
That's me. Dang, that's me.
And it'll be a 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Here comes the heat. Got rid of it just in time.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all 3 of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play in the quarterback.
They'll run it out of the shotgun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Broussard. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Wide open downfield. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. It's complete to the left. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Trying to pound it in. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
To the air, it's Raiola. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this offense comes through, and they needed to. They need to chip into this lead because being down a couple possessions, they needed to score a touchdown right there. Palmer, he comes through, he delivers. More work to be done, though.
You just got to have it right now. If you're the offense, you're celebrating that touchdown. That was a huge play in a critical fourth down. But you're right. There's still work to be done. You've got to get back on the sideline. You've got to rally the guys and have a plan for the next time you come on the field to try and win this game.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Gonna run it. It's Young. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Raiola. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
To the air on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Makes the catch. It's Barney. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So first down will open up the final period. To throw, it's Carr. Grabbed in the middle, it's Washington. Ripping up a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Off the play fake on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fleming. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The offense changing the play. Back to pass. Gonna take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Irish. A great catch and run for 6.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? The defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. That's reeled in. It's Hunter.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice first down sack.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Hunter. Breaks into the open. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Kansas was able to cap off a close one in Lawrence with a narrow victory, and that's the mark of a solid program. Pile up wins, build on games like these, and remain focused on the big picture. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that. It sounds as if they had a good one there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. They'll run play action. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in 3rd down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the 4th down.
Trying to keep this drive alive. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, you got to think in his mind right now, ball security is at a premium, right? He's had a problem with that earlier in this game, but with the lead now late in the game, yards aren't as important as taking care of the football. I think he's doing a better job of that now late.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll move the wide receiver. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The handoff, keep working on that clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fullback.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
That might have been a house call, bro.
He'll do it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass, it's Carr. Oh, they're after him. Pulls it in, it's done. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going.
How about that on fourth down, and they got to throw the football. They make the play in a big-time moment. Nice job by the offense, getting this a little bit closer to the finish line.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. On the move. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And on fourth down, they'll come up and take the knee.